For many, living the so-called gym life is a world away from their own day-to-day routines and lifestyle. But I wanted to find out from a good friend of mine what that was really like. What keeps you going back to the gym?
Good question. Obviously, the look of your physique is a massive factor, but it's just something you can't explain. You'll hear a lot of people say for the mental health they like training. I suppose that's a good part of it, but just the community, especially down at the Mecca, Tatham Powerhouse Gym Fitness, the community down there makes you want to go back just on itself, and that's not including the equipment, the people, everything about it is just a wicked place to be. So in terms of wanting to go back, I think, or making me want to go back, that's the reason that I want to keep going back to the gym.
You'll notice on this, the bench isn't fully upright, and all that does, the amount of shoulder development you'll get compared to having it upright, it doesn't make a massive difference, and it just saves your rotary cuffs. So you don't need to have the bench too far up, because you're going to start damaging your rotary cuffs. Think about longevity.
So how did it all start?
So, background was heavily linked. I was in a sporting background as it was. I was heavily linked into football, and obviously through the years that kind of escalated. Let's say, got injured as the usual story, but it did happen. Got injured. Through that point, started getting heavily into the gym side of things, just for the recovery phase, which then led to obviously getting a better body. As time progressed, obviously I started to get a little bit older, so that was like 16, 17, then you're pushing 18, legal age to go out, legal age to start drinking. So that then pushed me towards starting to look at lads' holidays, and then obviously you're very gym based, so you want to get the best body. That literally transformed me then into the gym life. So from there, years and years, obviously building, pushing, getting to a pretty good stage. And as that time passes, you start to learn a lot about how to train, how to grow, how to rest, how to recover. And then that's led me down the path where I'm at now, which is obviously own a gym with the brother, Jack, Tatham's Powerhouse Gym Fitness. And yeah, that's just led me to looking at competing. I've got my own clients that I've taken on to help them progress towards their goals. So yeah, that's where we're at now.
What made you open the gym with your brother? What was the thought process behind it?
It was heavily linked to Jack, to be honest. If it wasn't for Jack, the gym wouldn't have happened. But the process has always been, we've always loved training from a young age. Obviously, both of us linked with football, then it moved towards the gym. Jack literally decided to say one day, because he was formerly a painter, that he'd had enough in his work. and that we was opening a gym together. And obviously I just brought up this house. Money was tight, but we went along with it. Well, I went along with it. And it's just our passion. It's what we both love. Like they say, if you can do something you enjoy, you never work a day in your life. And since the gym's been open, I'd say I've not worked a day. Loved every minute of it. It's not just about the financial gain for us. It's about the love for what we do. So yeah, I think that's why the gym is a success. Because if you're passionate about something and you're not just money orientated, usually it works. So yeah.
So you're prepping for, was it Arnold Classics?
Yep.
Yeah. So what's that like? So explain what the prep's like. You know what you've got to do in terms of your nutrition, your workouts, and obviously with Jack being your mentor. You know, just explain the whole process. What runs through your head on a day-to-day basis when you're literally smashing through everything?
So I'll let Jack tell you what I'm doing. No, yeah, Jack Davis takes control of my life pretty much in terms of diet and nutrition. But you need someone there. You can't prep yourself. It's impossible. In terms of the training, same as usual. You just gotta keep pushing your logbook and stay strong for a prep. If you can maintain strength from the first start of prep to the end of prep, realistically, it's the only way you can manage or monitor muscle tissue. So if you're as strong at the start of prep as you are at the end of prep, and you've lost, say, 20 pounds, realistically, you've not lost any muscle. So that's what we do in terms of training without going too much into it. Can't see me, can you?
There we go.
All good there.
Yeah.
The prep itself will be looking around 18 weeks. You want to be ready a few weeks out, so it gives you a chance to make any adjustments. First show, I'm not saying when the first one's going to be, because you've got to do one before you do the Arnolds, just to qualify. So there'll be one there, and then there'll be the Arnolds. Realistically, it's a bit of a business move as well, because it does help you get online coaching. It's going to be beneficial towards the gym. Because I'll be honest with you, there's not much more we can do with the gym. The equipment's banging, we've got more equipment on the way. The atmosphere's banging. We'll always be involved because we love it. So we'll always be training there. So we'll be able to keep things moving in that way. And then the social media side, obviously, that pretty much runs itself, to be honest with you. We put the posts up just to keep people interacting and stuff. But in terms of progressing it, I think that's probably one of the only things that we can do.